Profiles in Courage by John F. Kennedy, narrated by Peter Coates. To my wife, he well knows what snares are spread about his path, from personal animosity and possibly from popular delusion, but he has put to hazard his ease, his security, his interest, his power, even his popularity. He is traduced and abused for his supposed motives. He will remember that obloquy is a necessary ingredient in the composition of all true glory. He will remember that calumny and abuse are essential parts of triumph. He may live long, he may do much, but here is the summit. He can never exceed what he does this day. Edmund Burke's eulogy of Charles James Fox for his attack upon the tyranny of the East India Company. House of Commons, December 1st, 1783. Foreword. Courage is the virtue that President Kennedy most admired. He sought out those people who had demonstrated in some way, whether it was on a battlefield or a baseball diamond, in a speech or fighting for a cause, that they had courage, that they would stand up, that they could be counted on. That is why this book so fitted his personality, his beliefs. It is a study of men who, at risk to themselves, their futures, even the well-being of their children, stood fast for principle. It was toward that ideal that he modelled his life, and this in time gave heart to others. As Andrew Jackson said, "One man with courage makes a majority." That is the effect President Kennedy had on others. President Kennedy would have been 47 in May of 1964. At least one half of the days that he spent on this earth were days of intense physical pain. He had scarlet fever when he was very young, and serious back trouble when he was older. In between, he had almost every other conceivable ailment. When we were growing up together, we used to laugh about the great risk a mosquito took in biting Jack Kennedy. With some of his blood, the mosquito was almost sure to die. He was in Chelsea Naval Hospital for an extended period of time after the war, had a major and painful operation on his back in 1955, campaigned on crutches in 1958. In 1951, on a trip we took around the world, he became ill. We flew to the military hospital in Okinawa, and he had a temperature of over 106 degrees. They didn't think he would live. But during all this time, I never heard him complain. I never heard him say anything that would indicate that he felt.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?